Trump is saying that our government should be telling us what's going on with all of these drone sightings and shooting them down. Some Americans are saying that nothing like this would be happening if Trump was president. So let's take a look back at how President Trump responded to a very similar situation where another country's military was threatening our national security.
U.S. Navy is tracking this Russian spy ship last seen off the coast of Virginia. The ship now making its way south after a stop near a Connecticut submarine base. ABC News got an up-close look in 2015 when it docked in Havana. The ship is loaded with radar, a cannon, anti-aircraft guns, and electronic surveillance, equipment that can intercept communications and help Russia spy on Navy operations. Today, President Trump refusing to say exactly what he'd do about it, instead offering this quip.
The greatest thing I could do is shoot that ship that's 30 miles offshore right out of the water. Everyone in this country is going to say, oh, it's so great. That's not great. That's not great.
Last Friday, Russian jets buzzed a Navy destroyer in the Black Sea, and Russia has secretly deployed a new cruise missile, a move that would violate an arms treaty. The president today pressed about the provocations.
You mentioned the vessel, the spy vessel off the coast of the United States.
Not good.
There was a ballistic missile test that many interpret as
Not
a violation
good.
of an
Not
agreement
good.
between the two countries, and a Russian plane buzzed a U.S. destroyer.
Not good.
Can we conclude there'll be no response to these particular provocations?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you anything about what response I do. I don't talk about military response.
Now, I know Republicans have an extremely short memory and an even shorter attention span, but this was in response to a Russian spy ship patrolling the waters just off of the coast of the US. Not only that, Russian fighter jets had buzzed one of our own naval ships, coming just feet away from crashing into it. Additionally, Trump allowed the Russian spy ship to be in closed air and sea space where our military was conducting a missile interception test, which failed, by the way. That sounds like just the kind of information foreign governments should be having about us. But what else did we expect from a man like Trump, who secretly invited the Taliban to Camp David? So much for that government transparency, huh? Yes, the Taliban, which is the same group that helped plan the 9/11 terrorist attacks, along with Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda, which killed nearly 3,000 Americans and is one of the deadliest days in U.S. history. The same group that is responsible for the torture, massacre, murder, and deaths of thousands of people, including American citizens and our soldiers. The same group that kidnaps women and children and openly places them into sex trafficking and human slavery. He only uninvited the Taliban when they ended up killing a U.S. soldier in one of their bombings just days after the invite. The Republican snowflakes need to save their fake whining and complaining here.